Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back. How are you guys doing today? I am here. I cannot see or hear myself quite yet, per usual, right? My stream is always lagging for myself, but please let me know if you can hear me or see me. It should be live. Come on. Damn it. I can hear you and see you. Okay, perfect. So I am live. I cannot either see nor hear myself yet, but if you guys can see me and hear me, there I am. There you go. How are you guys doing today? Good? What a horrible day we are having in Charlotte, guys. In North Carolina. Unbelievable. 47 degrees and rain. Unbelievable. It's a horrible day, you know? So, welcome. Hello, folks. ABG, Rob Julio, Makes, Director TBL, Kelvin Thomas, M. Kurt, Andrea, Dino R, Trey Hart, Ellen Ebert, Lillian, Daniel Chernioglu. There you go. Julian Rush, Pamela Robinson. Hello, folks. Candy Crab. There you go. John Truly. Hello. Where are you guys at? Hello from North Carolina. So, we have a lot to talk about today, huh? Anytime, Osama. Yeah, anytime. Yeah. You guys know that I really have to run the extra mile for you guys on Thursdays because I do live stream throughout the whole training session. And yeah, I have to run the extra mile. But I do it. I really love, streaming for you guys. Yeah. New York, and it's cold here too, of course. Houston. Jan Truly. Hello from upstate New York. It's gotta be very cold up there. Dallas. Pamela Robinson. Florida. Andrea, what part of Florida are you at? That sounds like nice weather. Nicholas Watkins. Hello, welcome. Okay, so finally we saw a bit of downwards pressure, guys. This is super positive. As traders, we welcome the downsticks. They open trading opportunities. So we're glad we had a red day today. Nicholas is in North Carolina. What part of North Carolina are you at, bro? Whenever you drop by Charlotte, please let me know who got puts today. I took a couple of day trades with put options. I just joined this evening. Glad to be here. Welcome. The finers. Yes, sir. Puts paid today. So we had a red day, guys. Lucky enough. The Russell 2000 went down 1.37%. The Nasdaq went down 0.64%. The S&P went down 0.60%, or the SPY. And the Dow Jones went down 0.47%. So we are seeing profit taking, guys. The push to the upside that we saw last week was massive. And we were a bit extended. And this is healthy, profit taking. By the way, I was telling you guys throughout the trading session about the retail sales report that is coming out tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. So that could be a market mover. I actually closed 3 put options that I was holding into the closing bell. I closed those puts 10 minutes before the closing bell because I don't want to be grabbing puts, guys, before an important macroeconomic data report. So, that report comes out at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. It could be a market mover, potentially, let's say. And keep in mind that tomorrow we have regular way monthly options expirations. So that's a day that occurs once a month in which we can make a case that we might see volatility picking up potentially. Okay, I don't have a crystal ball in order to predict with a 100% accuracy what is going to be happening in the markets. But that combination, guys, of the retail sales report that comes out tomorrow, as I just said, at 8:30 a.m. and the regular way monthly options expiration. So those two factors could bring some volatility to the markets, hopefully. Take a look at the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500, guys. Profit taking across the board. Period, full stop. Take a look. These are the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500. And today we only had one single sector going up, energy, which went up 0.38%. And this sector is actually, it isn't an important sector inside the S&P 500. But take a look. Other than energy, the other 10 sectors went down. So what does that imply? That we didn't see any rotation today. You know, the capital didn't rotate among the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500. So today we had a classic profit-taking situation in the markets. And as of now, when it comes to the SPY, we have a little bit of technical damage. Why do I say that? You guys know that I use a lot the 5-day moving average, 5DMA. The moving averages that I use, guys, let me tell you ahead of time before we start going over some stocks, are the 200 DMA, 100 DMA, 50 DMA, 20 DMA, and 5 DMA. Okay? All of these moving averages are rising or upward sloping, that is bullish, but the bears were able to break today to the downside the 5-day moving average, which as of now is signaling pretty much $597. So we have a little bit of technical damage here. That could be potentially suggesting that we have lower prices coming up for the SPY, hopefully. I want to emphasize what happened in today's trading session, guys. Take a look at the bounce that we saw into the closing bell right at $593. Let me show you over here. There you go. Take a look. So I was telling you guys on Discord about 593 since very early. And I told you, I think that $593 is an area of interest for a bounce. And take a look, guys. Finally, we saw a test of $593 at 3 p.m. And what happened? We saw a bounce of $1.50. This was a bounce of $1.50 approximately. It was a tradable bounce. And take a look. Let's take a look at what I was saying on Discord. Take a look, guys. At 9:41 a.m., I told you $593.20 is an area of interest for a bounce. It ended up being an important area. And then I told you guys, before Powell started to speak, I said, if $593 is broken to the downside while he's speaking, Powell, you can grab puts with both hands. It was very, but very important, a very important level in today's trading session. So, say that they keep going down, which will be hopefully the case. What would be the next level that I would be looking forward to buying the dip? Quote unquote, buying the dip. What about a level that we have talked about before? $586. This is a previous breakout area for the SPY and a previous all-time highs, by the way. So say that tomorrow they kill the tape based on whatever, guys. You know, the retail sales report is, I don't know, indicating that we have a recession coming and whatever it is. Say that we see a test of $586 in the upcoming, say, 1 or 2 trading sessions. I am going to be buying the dip. More likely than not. We have a lot of factors on the table that as of now favor the bulls, such as the seasonality. We have the Thanksgiving week, guys, in 2 weeks, right? Yeah, the Thanksgiving week, if I remember correctly, is in a couple of weeks. That week, and many of you guys are newies in the business, the Thanksgiving week is usually from a seasonality standpoint, a bullish week for the market. So in my opinion, and despite the fact that today, as of today, we're seeing a little bit of technical damage in the SPY, I think that unless something more bearish happens, we are seeing a bit of profit taken. This is super healthy. And if we happen to see $586, as I just said, in the upcoming 1 or 2 or maybe 3 trading sessions, I am going to be a buyer of the dip. And take a look at this pink line. This is the 20-day moving average. It is rising. So if we happen to see a test of this level, and taking into account that if that were to happen, as I just said, in the upcoming 2 or 3 trading sessions, the 20-day moving average is still going to be rising. That would increase the likelihood for the bulls to find support at a previous breakout area that would be slightly above an upward sloping 20-day moving average. So this is a level of interest for the SPY. But you guys know that when there's volatility in the markets and when they move the tape, I am very active on Discord. So if they move the tape, guys, you just need to take a look at my channel on our server, and I will be probably calling balls and strikes. Okay, guys, what stocks you guys want me to go over? Please let me know. Oh, by the way, speaking of my pre-market commentary, which I usually, regularly, I am posting my pre-market commentary on Discord at around 7:40 a.m., 8 a.m. Tomorrow, I am going to be posting the pre-market commentary later than usual because I am going to be waiting for the retail sales. It will be posted, and we'll see what the reaction of the markets looks like before, determining the levels of interest that we are going to be keeping an eye on tomorrow. Coinbase, Kava, there you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at Coinbase. It got demolished today, I think. We're finally seeing a pullback in Bitcoin. Guys, and this is a stock that you are asking about on a constant basis. In order to trade Coinbase, you have to keep an eye on Bitcoin. That's it. For the most part, this is a stock that is very difficult to be traded on an individual technical analysis because it is pretty much tracking whatever Bitcoin does. So we are seeing technical damage here. The rising 5-day moving average was broken to the downside. The next potential level of support could be a previous level of resistance at which Coinbase failed on 2 occasions. Let me draw a line here. We are talking about $274. This is a previous level of resistance back from November 8th, and this is also a previous level of resistance back from July 23rd. And it pretty much found support right at this level today, guys. $273. Yeah, it is an important level, guys. Any process of consolidation of Coinbase above 273 could be opening the door for a test of the 5-day moving average. This white line that I am pointing out with my mouse, the 5 DMA is signaling as of now $295. This could be a potential trade. Say that we can take this trade the way that I am describing it over here, and say that we start a position at $275, and if we happen to close it at $294, this could represent a 6% profit trade, guys. Nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, this could be a potential trade to the upside. But again, for any of us to be able to take this trade, we need to keep an eye on Bitcoin. If you happen to see Coinbase consolidating above 274 and you start to see Bitcoin going higher, then that might be the ideal setup in order to start this trade. Let me take a look at, I'm curious about something here, guys. You guys know that I use a lot Anchor VWAPs. So I'm curious about an Anchor VWAP from the presidential election in the case of Coinbase. Let me take a look at that. Coinbase. Let's see. Here it is. Take a look. So the presidential election took place on the 5th, right? Yeah. If we display an Anchor VWAP from the day of the presidential election, that was on Tuesday 5th, we get an average price of how much? Take a look. $280. So that implies, and you guys know that, why am I using the day of the presidential election in order to display an anchor VWAP from that date? Well, because from that date on, we saw a massive push to the upside for the crypto space in general terms, and that massive push to the upside affected in a positive way a Coinbase as well, right? So it is an important date for Coinbase. So we can make a case here, guys, that the average market participant that started a position on Coinbase on November 5th has an average price as of now of $280. So let me reconcile that information with this 4-hour chart and take a look, guys. So the $280 is, let me see. So Coinbase closed the trading session today at $278. So ideally, guys, since Coinbase is trading below $280, and we have an important level from a technical standpoint, a previous level of resistance that today acted as support at $275, I would like to see a process of consolidation a bit higher than $275. I would like to see Coinbase consolidating above $280 because as of now, $280 is a potential level of overhead supply. We know that we have buyers trapped right at $280. So I would like to see Coinbase consolidating not only above $275, but also above $280, above the anchor VWAP that comes from the day of the presidential election. So if we take a trade from 282, say, up to the 5-day moving average at $295, this could represent a 4% profit trade. So be careful here because maybe at 280 or 280 could be potentially a level that Coinbase could be having difficulty with, okay? So above 280, I would be constructive about Coinbase, but you need to keep an eye on Bitcoin regardless of whatever. Let me take a look at the market structure of Coinbase, guys. The demand and the supply. Let's check this out. Let me see. Okay, there it is. Take a look, guys. The market structure looks very bullish. So this is a market structure chart, guys. What information are we looking at here, guys? The demand is rising. Take a look. The demand is on top of this chart, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply. Take a look at the demand. The demand is through the roof. Despite the fact that Coinbase has pulled back a bit, we'll still have, from a market structure standpoint, more buyers than sellers in minor timeframes. That is positive. The supply is also rising. Supply means sellers, obviously, okay? Demand buyers, supply sellers. So the supply is also rising, but the level of the demand is way higher relative to the level of the supply. So this is positive. I would be a buyer of Coinbase above 280, above the anchor VWAP that comes from the day of the presidential election. Up to 295, which would be the next logical gap to the upside, the 5-day moving average. SPY predictions for tomorrow. I don't make any predictions, bro. Yeah. No. I don't make any predictions about the stock market. No. Forget about that. Traders do not make predictions about the markets. We respect and take trades based on the price action. I'm not going to make any predictions. We have a little bit of technical damage in the SPY as of now because the 5-day moving average was broken to the downside. But that's it. Tomorrow we have regular way monthly options expiration, and on top of that we have the retail sales report. So I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen. Tessie, sure, let's go over Tessie. So guys, what is going on here with Tessie? You guys heard the news, I guess, right? What was the news that came out about Tessie today? Because Tesla was pulling back today, guys, but then, a piece of news came out that accelerated the downwards pressure. And that news was the electric vehicles tax credit subsidies that Trump will be supposedly eliminating. What do you guys think? Correct, the $7,500 rebate. Yep, rebate, correct. That was the bad news. Who knows, man? Who knows, guys? So Trump was president. 8 years ago, right? 8 years ago, yeah, 8 years ago. He didn't eliminate the subsidies for electric vehicles. Would he do it now? I don't know, maybe. By the way, the source of the news is not reliable. Yeah, Reuters posted that news. That supposedly, I don't know, the new administration is going to eliminate the electric vehicles tax credit subsidies. I don't know, guys. I don't trust Reuters when it comes to stock market related news, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's that happens to be the case. So I mean, all of the electric vehicle stocks got decimated today based on that news. Now, I guess that at some point, Trump is going to be either confirming the news or denying it. We don't know. If that news happens to be denied by the new president of the United States of America, these stocks will explode to the upside, guys. Will soar. 1,000,000% guaranteed. But we don't know. I mean, it is still yet to be determined if that news is going to be the case or not. We'll see what happens. But in technical terms, we have technical damage. Obviously, the 5-day moving average was broken to the downside. And we're going to do the same, or we are going to take a look at the same anchor VWAP that I just showed you guys in the case of Bitcoin. Why? Because these two stocks were great beneficiaries of the election of Donald Trump as the new president of the United States of America. So take a look at this anchor VWAP, guys. This anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from where? From the day of the election, November 5th. Over here, we have a price of $313. This is an important level. Put this down on a sticky note, guys. If, for some reason, I don't know, Tesla happens to burst above $313 tomorrow, there could be a relief rally, or I mean, maybe not a relief rally. I mean, Tesla has come down how much? Let me see. It has gone down 16%, guys. We could see a bit of a relief rally here, guys. But I wouldn't touch Tesla. I mean, I have two very specific levels, guys, in order to start a position on Tesla. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I actually have, as of now, a position on Tesla, and I am, let's say, thinking about two potential spots in order to increase my position on Tesla as of now. So the first one would be this anchor VWAP. This would be the, let's say, most ideal scenario. Seeing the buyers showing strength by recapturing an important level. That level could be $313. Again, that's the anchor VWAP that comes from the day of the presidential election. So what message is this anchored volume weighted average price line sending us? Well, that the average market participant that started a position back on the day of the election has an average price of $313. It would be very bullish for Tesla being able to recapture $313. But say that Tesla keeps getting killed because, I don't know, the news might be true or whatever it is, okay? Say that Tesla keeps dropping. What could be the next level at which we could be expecting buyers to show up? What about a fat number, guys? $300, a previous level of resistance, and also a previous breakout area. This is a potential spot at which Tesla could be finding support. So these are the two levels that I will be keeping an eye on Tesla in order to add to my current position. And if Tesla breaks $300 to the downside, I don't know, maybe we could see, the downwards pressure accelerating, in which case I would not rule out, guys, a visit down to the 20 DMA, to the rising 20-day moving average at $271. And I was talking about this with the people of my Patreon today, guys. The thing about starting a trade on Tesla today is that this stock is going to be highly sensitive to any news that comes out about this potential, I don't know, potential elimination of the electric vehicles tax credit subsidies. So, I don't know. We need to see what happens with the news. But what is the risk about starting a trade on Tesla as of now? That say that you get puts. Say that Tesla goes up to, say that Tesla pays a visit up to the anchor VWAP that I just told you guys about that comes from the day of the presidential election, $313. Say that you guys notice that Tesla is not able to take out that level, to burst above that level. That would be signaling that puts are on the table. Of course, it is an important technical level. Tesla is trying to burst above it. And if Tesla cannot do it, that could be a potential opportunity in order to grab puts. Say that you grab puts and Tesla effectively fails at $313 and it starts to go down. And you start to see some green in the position. And all of a sudden, Trump tweets, or I don't know, Trump is being interviewed here or there or whatever it is. And he says, no, I am not thinking about eliminating the subsidies to electric vehicles. If that happens, guys, oh boy. Tesla would explode to the upside, guys. No doubt about it. So if you're going to be trading this stock, you have to be aware of the risk. That implies that as of now, we have a very specific catalyst that could be moving the stock in a very aggressive fashion to either the upside or the downside. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, someone that could be potentially working with the Trump administration says that, yeah, we're going to get rid of the subsidies for electric vehicles. If that happens, this is going to be seen another leg down, could be, right? So keep in mind that is a risk of being involved in a Tesla trade as of now. Let's take a look at the market structure of Tesla. Let's see. Nvda. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nvda. Tesla. Alrighty. Take a look. The market structure looks fantastic, guys. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, and at the bottom, the supply. Take a look at the demand. Through the F roof. The supply is also rising, but the level of the demand is way higher relative to the level of the supply. This is a very good looking market structure chart. That is suggesting, okay, that the dip is going to end up being bought up sooner rather than later. That's a suggestion, according to the market structure. So maybe Tesla could be bouncing back up from $300. I would rather see in Tesla recapturing that anchor VWAP that comes from the day of the presidential election, because that would be a display of strength of Tesla bulls, of the Tesla bulls. That would be the most ideal scenario. I remember last time you were saying you don't like the RSI for day trading. No, not at all, Rob. No, not at all. Not at all. Do not use the relative strength index in order to make trading decisions, guys. Why? Because a lot of people talk about overbought and oversold conditions. That is an abstract idea. There is no way of measuring when a stock is either overbought or oversold. It's bullshit. Say that the RSI of a stock is at 90 on the 4-hour chart. You're going to see a lot of people saying, oh, this stock is overbought and it is due for a pullback, whatever. Guys, I have seen 1 million stocks going higher and higher and higher and higher with very high readings on the RSI. Very. A lot. You cannot use the RSI isolated in order to make trading decisions. So you guys can actually see the RSI here. So I use the RSI in order to try to confirm situations or potential situations of overextension to either the upside or the downside. But I don't make any trading decisions whatsoever based on the RSI alone. There is no overbought and there is no oversold. That's bullshit. That does not exist. There is no accurate way to measure when a stock is or overbought, quote unquote, overbought or quote unquote oversold. Be very careful with the RSI, guys. Very careful with the RSI. Take a look at this, guys. When Tesla was trading at $300, the RSI was at 85 points on the 4-hour chart. 85. Do you know how many people, guys, got, I don't know, 1 million pies in the face buying puts when Tesla was at $300? Saying that, oh, I'm going to get puts here because the RSI is at 86 points. So Tesla is overbought. Let me grab puts. And guess what happened once Tesla burst above $300? It went up another 21%. Yes, so do not use the RSI alone in order to make trading decisions, okay? Okay, let's go over Nvda. And by the way, guys, whenever you see anyone saying on YouTube or here on our Discord chat, oh, this stock is overbought, ask them, how do you know that stock is overbought? How do you determine, or how do you determine that stock is overbought or oversold? Ask them. Go ahead and ask that question. They will have no answer. Oh, they are going to say, yeah, because this stock has gone up 30% in the last 2 days. So what? It can go, does that imply that stock cannot go any higher? Oh, no, but the RSI is very elevated on the whatever chart. Ask that question to anyone that says that a stock is either overbought or oversold. Okay, Nvda. Be careful here, guys. Nvda posts earnings next week. Nvda is reporting earnings next week. So what does that imply? That implies that the implied volatility is very high. And I know for sure that most of you guys are degenerate gamblers. And most of you guys trade short-dated options. So if you're going to grab Nvda, either puts or calls, be mindful of the fact that you are paying very high or very expensive options in a very high implied volatility. Take a look at the implied volatility for November 22nd. 84%, guys. 84%. So ideally, guys, what I do when I see a very high reading when it comes to the implied volatility, I sell options. I am not a buyer of options. I might end up selling puts of Nvda into the report. So when you know that a stock has a very high implied volatility, ideally you should be selling options and not, you should be a seller of options and not a buyer. I mean, the chart looks good, guys. And on top of that, guys, and I guess that you have noticed this, semiconductor stocks are getting killed, crushed. I don't know what other word I can use. And Nvda is the exception to the rule. So the technical strength, the relative strength of Nvda is nothing short of extraordinary. Take a look at the ETF of the semiconductors, SMH. Take a look at this. It doesn't look like the chart of Nvda, right? Take a look at Taiwan Semiconductor. Take a look at this technical chart. Look. Below the 20, the 5-day moving average. It doesn't look good at all. Needless to say, AMD, guys. Take a look at a chart of AMD. Awful. Take a look at a chart of Broadcom, AVGO. Look, not a good looking chart. So why is Nvda looking so bullish? Look. Ultra bullish. The relative strength of Nvda is, again, guys, it is jaw-dropping, to say the least. Impressive. But the sector looks super weak. Be careful, because this stock is the leader of the sector, and Nvda is reporting earnings next week. So above the 5 DMA, super bullish, above $146. Nvda could be gathering momentum in order to fill this next gap, or the next foreseeable gap, let's say, up to all-time highs at $149. So above 147, super bullish, and maybe closing candles below 147. We could see a bit more of downwards pressure, in which I wouldn't rule out a test, or I wouldn't rule out Nvda paying a visit down to the rising 20-day moving average at $141. And mind you guys, Nvda is reporting earnings when? On the 20th. What day is it? It's gonna be Wednesday or Thursday of next week, right? Yeah. I would be very surprised, but very surprised, guys, if we don't see profit taking into the earnings report. That would be even more jaw-dropping. The valuation is expensive, guys, and don't get me wrong. I am not a fan of the stock, but this is a phenomenal company, guys. When it comes to revenue growth and earnings growth and profit margin growth, but I think that the current valuation and at the current price of the stock, the markets have already priced in a lot of good news. Excuse me, guys. Let me take a sip of Sprite here. There you go. So I would be surprised if we don't see profit taking into the earnings report next week. So, but again, I mean, it is all about the technical charts, guys. Above 147, we can see more upside, and say that Nvda cannot, or say that Nvda, as of now, it is trading below the 5 DMA after hours. Say that Nvda cannot recapture the 5 DMA, and we see profit taking. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a test of this rising 20-day moving average at $142. It's possible, yeah. I am not going to take a look at any anchor VWAPs, guys, because Nvda is pretty much trading at all-time highs, so we don't have any important levels of overhead supply above the current price of Nvda. But let's take a look at the market structure of Nvda. Take a look. Super bullish. The demand is rising. When I say demand, guys, by the way, I am talking about this blue shaded region that I am pointing out with my mouse. So the demand is through the roof. The supply is trying to rise, but take a look, guys. The demand rising like this pretty much is more important than the supply rising as well. So a very good looking short, guys, but wow. Is Nvda going to get to the earnings report trading at all-time highs? I mean, that would be mind-blowing, but it could be the case. Yeah, who knows? Sure. Google, Macmillan is asking about Google. Sure. It got demolished today once again. I don't know, guys. They hate Alphabet. They hate Alphabet. They hate it. I don't see any other explanation for this, guys. Why are you not a fan of Nvda? Because of the valuation, Kev. That's it. It is a phenomenal company, but the valuation is very expensive. I mean, I trade the stock. I trade the stock constantly, but from a in long-term investment standpoint, let's just put it the way, I'm not a fan of the stock with the current valuation. Okay, it is a phenomenal company, unbelievable. But I think that maybe the markets have already priced in a ton of good news, so that's what I said. Yeah, but it's a phenomenal company, and it is a very nice. It is a very good stock to to be traded. Okay, Alphabet. This is the this is the flip side relative to Nvda. They hate this stock, guys. So I have two levels of interest in the case of Alphabet, guys. Take a look at this previous level of resistance, $184. So Alphabet failed right at $184 back on November 12th. And it also failed right at that level on October 30th, correct. So I would like to see a breakout here, guys. I would like to see buyers being able to bring Alphabet above 184. I would be a buyer of calls of Alphabet if that were the case. So today, Alphabet broke the five-day moving average to the downside, and there's a level to the downside that I was talking about with the members of my group today, which is the 20-day moving average, guys. The upward slope and the rising 20 DMA. This pink moving average that I am pointing out with my mouse, no, this one. Let me see. Come on, pull up. There you go. This pink moving average coincides with a previous level of resistance for Alphabet. This is back from early May. $173. So we have the convergence of a previous level of resistance with the 20-day moving average. It is a level at which we can expect buyers to be able to, or at least, this is the level at which we can expect buyers to try to defend price. $173, okay? We'll see what happens, guys. This stock hasn't done much recently. It is something like 10% of the highs. And at a moment in which we have Nvda trading at all-time highs, Amazon trading at all-time highs, Meta almost also at all-time highs, Tesla until 2 days ago going on a tear, Apple trading near all-time highs. This is a stock that hasn't done much recently, guys. And you know what's the I want to tell you let's say a funny fact here, guys. Among the Magnificent Seven stocks, this is the stock that has the cheapest valuation, the most reasonable valuation. But no one seems to like the stock, guys. They don't like the stock because Alphabet is going to be disrupted by OpenAI and whatever it is. But whatever, that's a topic for a different conversation. Give me Google above 184. I am constructive, and I might be trying to buy the dip here, right at this previous level of resistance that coincides with the 20-day moving average at $173. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at some anchor VWAPs. In the case of Alphabet, let's see. Google, let's see. GOOG. Let me see. Come on. There you go. Well, this is positive for Alphabet. Take a look. So over here, you guys can see an anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. So Alphabet reached $193 back on July 10th. And this anchored volume weighted average price line is telling us that the average market participant that started a position on Alphabet when this stock reached its highest price ever has an average price as of now of $167. So as of now, and despite the fact that we have a very clear level of overhead resistance right at $184, as I just showed you guys, once Google burst above $184, we can make a case here that above 184, we didn't have many buyers trapped above that price, above $184. So that would be the most ideal scenario, guys, seeing Alphabet above 184. Super bullish. And say that, I don't know, they kill the tape tomorrow because they don't like the retail sales report, and because Trump said this, and I don't know, for whatever reason, guys. Say that they kill the tape. Take a look at how the 50-day moving average is pretty much coinciding with the 200 DMA, this red line that I am pointing out with my mouse. And take a look at this, guys. The 200-day moving average is signaling as of now $165. So the 200 DMA is pretty much coinciding with this anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs, $167. So, and the 50, yeah, take a look. So there's like a support zone, guys, between the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. I am talking about a zone from 167 down to 164 that could be acting as support if they happen to kill the tape and they break the 20-day moving average at the downside. So yeah, these are the levels that I would be keeping an eye on Alphabet. Let's take a look at the market structure of Alphabet or Google or whatever you guys prefer. Let's see. And then I am going to be taking a look at Intel. Let's see, Google. And, excuse me, guys. Let's see. Well, the demand is going up along with the supply, but the level of the demand is higher relative to the level of the supply. So with that market structure, that despite the fact that the 5DMA was broken to the downside today, which is not positive in minor time frames, I think that with that positive market structure, I would be a buyer of 173, of a test of 173, if I happen to confirm that that level is actually acting as support. There you go. Oklo, I saw it getting killed. Yeah, let's take a look at Intel, guys. You guys are asking about Intel as well. It went up today 0.44% and it closed the trading session at $25. I mean, guys, this stock has been a disaster. Take a look at a major time frame in the case of Intel. And we have a downward sloping 200 DMA. And I am always highlighting to you guys the importance of the slope of the moving averages, right? And take a look at the slope of the 200 DMA, guys. It is clearly downward sloping. It is putting downwards pressure over any given stock. And that happens to be the case of Intel. So the 5DMA is signaling as of now $25. So from a short-term perspective, guys, we can get constructive about Intel consolidating above the 5DMA. So being able to consolidate above $25, that could open the door for a test of this previous level of resistance at $26.60. And I mean, despite the fact that we are seeing on this 4-hour chart a downward sloping 200-day moving average, I mean, all things being equal, we can also say that the bulls of Intel were already able to recapture the 50, the 20, the 100, and the 5-day moving average. So I would be a bit constructive seeing a process of consolidation above the 5DMA. That would be attracting buyers into this technical chart. Let's take a look at some anchor VWAPs in the case of INTC. What do we see here? Let's check that out. Intel. I don't know why my connection is so slow today, bro. Let me see. INTC. Come on, pull up. Come on. Damn it. Here. INTC. Let me see. Intel Corporation. There you go. Take a look, guys. So we have buyers trapped all over the place. This is bag holder central. This stock is, I don't know, like 70% of the highs. Take a look, guys. An anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs in the case of Intel is signaling $39. Can you guys figure how many buyers are trapped in this stock? If we say that the average market participant that started a position on Intel when this stock hit, I don't know, $60, I don't know, 1 million years ago, has an average price of $40. That's a massive loss, guys. So what do you guys think the average market participant that has a position in Intel at an average price of $40 is going to be doing whenever Intel goes up to $40, if that ever happens again? What do you guys believe those market participants will do? They will be closing those positions right away, guys. We have also an anchor VWAP here, guys, that comes from this previous high. This was Intel's, let me see, yeah. So this was the high of 2023 for Intel, $51. An anchor VWAP that comes from that price back from December of 2023 is signaling as of now $30. We have buyers trapped at $30, guys. They will dump, absolutely, bro, 100%. So this is backholder central, guys. So you can trade this stock, guys, from a short-term perspective, But do not fall in love with Intel, guys. Thinking that you're, doing the deal of the century and that Intel is going to become the new Meta and stuff like that. Be careful, guys. A lot of buyers trapped all over the place. Let me take a look at the market structure of Intel, INTC. Let's see, 5:24 p.m. And the market structure looks constructive, guys. Take a look. The demand is rising. And the supply is also rising. But take a look at the level of the demand. Way higher relative to the level of the supply. It is a very good looking market structure for Intel. Yep, it is. So, a process of consolidation above $25, I would be constructive here, guys. In minor time frames, from a short-term perspective. There you go. Palantir, the Messi of artificial intelligence. Let's take a look at Palantir. So it went down today 2.50% and it closed the trading session at $59.18. This is a very good looking chart, guys. Above all the moving averages, all of the moving averages are upward sloping. All of the moving averages are rising. So as long as Palantir remains above $60, guys, how higher can Palantir go? 65, 70, 75, 80, 90, you name it. The sky is the limit, guys. It is a very good looking chart. Can we say that there could be a potential short opportunity in the case of Palantir? Yeah, maybe breaking this 5-day moving average to the downside. This could be attracting sellers. But take a look, guys. So the 5-day moving average is this white line. And take a look. Palantir hasn't traded below the 5 DMA since November 4th. Despite the fact that many people would argue that the push to the upside that we have seen recently is extended. But every single time that Palantir has paid a visit down to the 5 DMA, buyers have defended price. Buyers have stepped in. This white line. So this is an important spot, guys. Above $60, above the 5 DMA, very bullish, and below, well, maybe that could be attracting sellers. And we could see a bit of downwards pressure for the Messi of artificial intelligence. Let's see. We are not going to take a look at any anchor VWAPs, guys. This is stock at any anchor VWAP. Sorry, this stock is trading pretty much at all-time highs. But rather, let's take a look at the market structure of Palantir. Let's see. Take a look, guys. The supply is going down and the demand is going up. That's it. And mind you, guys, by the way, it is important to highlight this. So, we have a lot of gains accumulated here. A lot. So, how much has Palantir gone up year to date? Let me take a look. I'm curious about that. This is a positive factor for Palantir. Look, let me see. There would be... Okay, here it is. Somewhere around here. So, wow, this is amazing, guys. So, Palantir, guys, was trading at $15 in early January. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, this stock has gone up year to date 257%. So, what is going on here? That the people that got shares of Palantir at $23 and at $20 and at $24 and at $30 and even $36 and even $42 are sitting on massive gains. But massive gains. What happens if they lock in the profit now, guys? Before 2024 ends? I'm asking you, I am asking here a logical question, guys, about the way that the markets work. What happens? Say that I have a position. I have, 500 shares of Palantir at an average price of $24. What happens if I close that position before December 31st? What happens in that case? I have to pay the taxes next year. So why would I take the profit? Why would I lock in the profit now before 2024 ends, knowing that if that were the case, I am going to be paying a lot of money in taxes next year? But if I close my winning position in Palantir from the first trading session of next year and on, I am going to be paying those taxes, or the taxes out of those gains, in 2026. So this is going to be a fun stock to take a look at during the first trading session of 2025. Big time. I guess, guys, this is my 2 cents about Palantir, that we have a lot of people waiting for that first trading session of 2025 in order to lock in the profit, to finally lock in the profit. Because if they do so, they are going to be paying the corresponding taxes, not in 2025, but rather in 2026. Very good looking chart, guys. And the market structure looks good. So above, as I said, guys, above this 5-day moving average, bullish. Yep. Could drop drastically. It could be the case. Yeah, it could be the case. Pamela is asking about UNH. And let me see, guys. We are 56 minutes in. There you go. UNH. On United Health. It went down today 2.10% and it closed the trading session at $593. So below the 5 DMA. So we can make a case here that in minor time frames, sellers are starting to gain control of UNH, and the next important level could be coming right at the 50-day moving average. That is pretty much coinciding, guys, with the 20-day moving average. We are talking about $582. So at $582, we have the convergence of the 50-day moving average with also a previous level of resistance back from mid-August, and also a previous level of resistance back from mid-July as well. So this is a spot at which we could see buyers stepping in. $583. And mind you, guys, United Health trades inside the healthcare sector. And this sector has been getting demolished across the board. And the fact that United Health, guys, is pretty much trading near the highs or near the all-time highs implies that this stock has a very noticeable, let's just put it that way, relative strength. Relative to its peers, okay? Relative to the other stocks of the healthcare sector. Take a look at the ETF, guys, XLV. This is the healthcare sector. Take a look. Take a look at the sector. And mind you, inside this sector, the heaviest stock from a market cap standpoint is precisely United Health. And take a look at this chart. Looks horrible. Absolutely broken from a technical standpoint. And the most important stock within this sector looks acceptable, guys. So there is relative strength here, guys. From a technical standpoint, this could increase the likelihood for the bulls of United Health in order to be able to find support at a previous level of resistance that now could be acting as a new support. And on top of that, that level coincides, it is pretty much coinciding with two important moving averages, the 50 and the 20-day moving average, 583. Could be a potential spot for a bounce in the case of United Health. Let me take a look at the anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. In the case of UNH, let's see. I'm going to display an anchor VWAP from here. Let's see. We get an average price of $609 because United Health went down today 2% and it closed the trading session at $593. So, yeah. So say that you start a trade here, guys, a bit above 585. So maybe the level at which you guys could be taking profits could be either the 5-day moving average, which is signaling $610, or this anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. Yeah, $610. So this is a potential spot of overhead supply or overhead resistance for United Health. $610-ish. Over there, we have the convergence of the 5-day moving average with the anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. There you go. SMCI, guys, stay away from this stock. Don't do anything. I took a loss today precisely on SMCI. As of now, I am writing puts, and this stock could be delisted. Why would you get involved in a stock that could be delisted? Forget about this. Take a look at this technical chart. It is a major downtrend below all the moving averages. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. And if you happen to have a position in Supermicro, be mindful of the fact that this company could be delisted. They need to file a 10K to the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they are saying that everything is okay with their accounting and stuff like that, but they don't show the numbers. Unbelievable, guys. It's going to be apparently it's going to be delisted. So stay away from SMCI, guys. Could you take a look at Caterpillar? Sure. Let's take a look at Caterpillar before I wrap it up. It's been a long day for me, guys. And yesterday I went to a concert here in Charlotte. And guys, the concert ended like way later than I thought. But way later, guys. I got back home at midnight. And today I had to wake up at 5 a.m. because I had to do a lot of things. So I'm super tired, guys. I need to grab a beer and, relax a little. Caterpillar went up today 0.07% and it closed the trading session at $387. Not a good looking chart in minor time frames. So the bulls lost the 5-day moving average at $391. Let me draw a line here. And you guys know that I use a lot the 5-day moving average. So let me draw a line here. So keep an eye on this level, guys. $391. If Caterpillar happens to be able to consolidate above $391, this could be attracting more buyers. In which case, there's a potential gap to the upside up to $404. Previous level of resistance back from early October. And say that the bulls cannot recapture either the 20 DMA is signaling $390 and the 5 is signaling $391. So over here we have a potential zone of resistance, guys, between the 20 DMA, 390, and the 5-day moving average, 391. So it would be bullish, it would be positive if you can see Caterpillar consolidating above 391. There could be potential upside here, but if the bulls fail at bursting above the 20-day moving average at $390, we could see a bit more of downwards pressure here, guys. In which case, there could be a gap down to $395 happens to be a previous level of support here. There you go. This stock is trading near the high, so we don't need to take a look at an anchor VWAP here. Maybe we should. Let me see. It isn't so close from the highs. Let me see. Before I wrap it up, guys, it's been a long day here. So if we display an anchor VWAP from the most recent all-time highs of Caterpillar, we get a price of $400. So we know that the only important level of overhead supply above the current price of Caterpillar would be $400. So if you happen to take the trade that I just suggested here, guys, with CAT consolidating above 391, you already know that at $400 you have some buyers trapped up there. So that could be your potential profit taking level. And lastly, let's take a look at the market structure of good old Caterpillar. Let's see. CAT. Take a look. The demand is through the roof and the supply is starting to rise, but below average. When I say average, I am talking about this dotted line that I am pointing out with my mouse. So this is a very good looking chart. This is a very good look. This is a very good looking market structure chart. So above 391, I would be constructive about Caterpillar. I already went over Palantir, bro. You need to rewind the stream a bit. Hey guys, I am going to ask you for a favor. So I am streaming here exclusively for you guys. This stream is exclusively for you, for the members of the Patreon of Christine. But once I am done streaming, I am going to be releasing this stream on my YouTube channel for everyone. So the comments that you make here, do not transcend into the final, version that I am about to be releasing on my YouTube channel. So if you can go to my YouTube channel and hit the like button and drop a comment and stuff like that, that helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And thank you very much, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And let's hope for more downside, guys. Let's hope for some volatility. Okay? Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go grab a beer, okay? I am grabbing a beer 1,000,000% guaranteed, like right away. Bye, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Take care. Bye.